Hello students, this is Lindsay. We're going to do book 4, grade 4, and today I need you to open your Our World and look at page 156 in your Our World. Open your Our World, turn to page 156. Also, please take out your vocabulary list. There are lots of difficult words in this unit, and you probably need to check your vocabulary list a few times. So, before we start, open your book to page 156. Take out your vocabulary list, Unit 9, Grade 4. I am going to read the story, talk about the story, and ask some questions to you. Of course, I'll give you the answers. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comments at the bottom. All right, let's start. Everyone, turn to page 156, Unit 9 in our World. The title is Up, Down, and All Around. You are going on a roller coaster ride. This sentence, they want you to imagine what you are doing. So they are telling you, you are going on a roller coaster ride. Sit in the car and pull down the safety bar. If you look at your vocabulary, you can see the word safety bar. The safety bar keeps you safe on the roller coaster. You pull down the safety bar. Sometimes it's like this. So let's read the sentence again. Sit in the car and pull down the safety bar. Are you ready? Let's go. First, you go up a steep hill. Do you see the word steep? It's in your vocabulary too. First, you go up a steep hill. The roller coaster goes slow. Now I know I don't like this. I told you before, sometimes the book says some strange grammar. We probably should say the roller coaster goes slowly, but the book says go slow. Let's read the sentence again. The roller coaster goes slow. Next, gravity pulls you down the hill. Remember the word gravity? I told you, if you fall down, that's gravity. Gravity is a force. Gravity pulls you down. If you don't know the word gravity, you can look in your vocabulary list. Next, gravity pulls you down the hill. The roller coaster moves fast. You feel very light. Very light means not heavy. So the roller coaster was going up, and gravity is pulling you down, so you feel heavy. But now when you go down, you feel very light. A big circle, known as the loop, is many people's favorite. Okay, on a roller coaster, you have probably seen a loop. The roller coaster goes very fast, goes up, doesn't stop, makes a loop, and comes down. On a roller coaster ride, this has a special name called the loop. It's a loop. A loop is a circle. So a big circle, known as the loop, is many people's favorite. Many people like to ride the roller coaster because it has a loop. When you go fast up the circle, you feel heavy. You know, gravity is pulling you down. Gravity is pulling you down. That's what the book said. When you reach the top, you are high in the sky and you fall. No, you don't fall. I'm joking. When you reach the top, you are high in the sky. Do you fall? No. And you know why you don't fall? You're going very fast. Look at the book. And you're hanging upside down. Listen to that term, upside down. And you're hanging upside down. But the roller coaster doesn't stop. The loop is going very fast. If it stops, you're going to fall. But it doesn't stop. It's going very fast. You're hanging upside down, but it doesn't stop. Let's look at the book. So, why don't you fall out of your seat? Your body wants to fly off, but the speed of the car and a force called centripetal force keeps you moving in a circle and keep you in your seat. So let's look at that sentence again. Your body wants to fly off because you're going very fast up like this. But the speed, vocabulary word in your list, speed of the car and a force called centripetal force keeps you moving in a circle and keeps you in your seat. So the speed and the force, they together, both of them keep you in your seat. What keep you in your seat? Two things. The speed of the car and centripetal force. Those two keep you in your seat so you don't fall out. So say it again, centripetal force. I want to read this whole paragraph again. A big circle, known as the loop-the-loop, is many people's favorite. When you go fast up the circle, you feel heavy. Gravity is pulling you down. When you reach the top, you are high in the sky, and you're hanging upside down. So why don't you fall out of your seat? Your body wants to fly off, but the speed of the car and a force called centripetal force keep you moving in a circle and keep you in your seat so you don't fall out. If the roller coaster went slowly, you would fall out. But it doesn't go slowly. It goes fast. So the speed and centripetal force keep you in your seat. Look at the next paragraph. The roller coaster uses friction to stop. Remember I told you friction. Two things rub together, that's friction. When you rub your hands together, that's friction. The roller coaster has brakes, and they grab and hold, and that's friction. Let's look at the book. The roller coaster uses friction to stop. If it stops quickly, your body wants to continue moving. That is called inertia. But the safety bar keeps you in your place. All right, we have another force, inertia. The roller coaster is going fast, but it stops. It uses brakes to stop. The brakes use friction to stop. But you don't have brakes. You're sitting on the roller coaster stops, and your body wants to go forward. So what stops you? Safety bars. If you don't have the safety bars, you're going to fly in front of the roller coaster. But you're wearing a safety bar. So look at it again. The roller coaster uses friction to stop. If it stops quickly, your body wants to continue moving. That is called inertia. But the safety bar keeps you in place. That means it keeps you in the place where your seat is so you don't fly away. Let's do the next one. Not everyone loves pizza. No. Not everyone loves roller coasters. They make some people feel dizzy or sick because the forces change. We talked about centripetal force. We talked about friction. We talked about inertia. All of those things. And gravity. If they change too fast, you'll feel sick. You'll be dizzy. So, not everyone loves roller coasters. They make some people feel dizzy or sick because the forces change. In fact, we experience forces like friction, centripetal force, and gravity every day. You feel centripetal force when you turn, and you feel friction when you use the brakes to stop the bike? How do you want to experience the forces? The word force becomes forces. Say force, forces. Do you want to ride your bicycle or a roller coaster? Let's talk about this page. We're talking about science, and science talks about forces. We live on Earth. Earth has gravity. Gravity pulls you down. When you fall down, that's gravity. Why did you fall down? Gravity. The bottom of your shoes on the floor, they will stop because of friction. If there's water, then the water will stop the friction, and it's very slippery. But if you have a bicycle and you are going really fast and you turn, your body will do this. That has a special name, centripetal force. So, when you rub your hands together, that's friction. When you fall down, that's gravity. When you turn your bicycle quickly, that's centripetal force. And there's one more, inertia. You're in a car and your father stops the car fast. And you want to fly forward and you want to hit the window. Don't hit the window. But you don't hit the window because you're wearing a seatbelt. If you don't have a seatbelt, you will hit the window. That's inertia. So when the car stops fast and you go forward, that's inertia. When you rub your hands together, that's friction. When you fall down, that's gravity. When you turn the bicycle quickly, that's centripetal force. And when you're in the car and your father stops their car quickly and you hit the glass, that's inertia. This page is talking about different forces. Now, some people think the different forces are fun. If you like to experience the changes, you can ride a roller coaster. But some people will feel sick and throw up. Some people think it's not fun. They'll be dizzy. They're not comfortable. But some people think it's really exciting. You go up the roller coaster, you go down really fast. It turns really fast, it goes in a loop. So, it goes up, you're heavy, that's gravity. It goes down, you're light, that's gravity. It turns really fast, centripetal force. Loop the loop, centripetal force. And then the brakes stop the roller coaster. Your body goes forward. The seat belt stops you, or the safety bar stops you. That's inertia. So that's what page 156 is talking about. Look at the bottom. Russians invented the roller coaster. People from Russia are called Russians. Russians invented the roller coaster. They made the cars from ice. And they put straw is dry grass. They put straw on the seats to keep the passengers warm. So they made cars from ice. But their bum bum was very cold. So they put straw, like straw man, straw hat, straw on the seats so you're not cold. So the ice, on the ice, didn't have a lot of friction and it could go up and down very fast. That was a roller coaster. The Russians, people from Russia, invented the roller coaster. They used ice to build a roller coaster. And because the ice doesn't have a lot of friction, it can go very fast. Okay, look at page 157. At the top, what is the first thing you do when you sit in a roller coaster? Let me think. What is the first thing you do when you sit in a roller coaster? You run away. No, 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 no. The first thing you do is put on your seatbelt or pull the safety bar. The book uses safety bar. Some roller coasters use seat belts. Some use safety bars. Some use both. Maybe it's a dangerous roller coaster. So, what is the first thing you do when you sit in a roller coaster? You pull down the safety bar. Okay? You pull down the safety bar. You don't want to fly away. Number 2, how do you feel when you go fast down the hill? Well, this sentence is a little strange. Everybody feels differently. Maybe you feel excited. Maybe I feel scared. Maybe you feel sick. Maybe I feel happy. So how do you feel when you go fast down the hill? You can write anything. I feel excited. I feel nothing. I feel bored. I feel sick. I feel crazy. Oh no. What do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel means what do you feel? I feel sick. How do you feel? I feel excited. Probably most people will say, I feel excited when I go fast down the hill. Number 3, how do you feel when you go fast up the loop-the-loop? Now, how do you feel when you go fast up the loop-the-loop? Wait a minute. The book says you feel heavy when you go fast up the loop-the-loop, right? Because it's going up really fast and you feel heavy. Maybe number 2 wants you to say, never trust Lindsay. Number 2 says, I feel light when I go down the hill. Remember, the book said, when you go down, you feel light. Well, maybe number 3, when you go fast up the loop, you feel excited, you feel scared, or maybe I feel heavy when I go fast up the loop. Or maybe you just feel sick. Number 4, why do some people feel dizzy or sick on roller coasters? Because they are big babies. No, that's not true. Some people feel dizzy. Some people feel sick. Why? Well, the answer is there are many forces. The forces are changing. The changes make you feel sick. When forces change, you can feel sick. So listen to it again. Why do some people feel dizzy or sick on roller coasters? When forces change, some people feel sick. Maybe you feel sick when forces change. First, gravity was here, and then you go up, the force changed. There's no centripetal force, but you turn fast and you feel the force change. You feel the gravity, you feel the inertia, everything changes, and your body doesn't understand. You feel sick, you feel dizzy, you're not a big baby. Okay, on page 157, you need to write gravity, centripetal force, friction, inertia. Which ones have which? Let's read it. Work with a partner. When do you experience these forces in roller coasters and on bicycles? So, let's write it. For gravity, under roller coaster, when it goes up. So write that. On the roller coaster, when do you experience gravity? When it goes up. On a bicycle, when I fall down. When I fall down. So, on the roller coaster, you experience gravity when it goes up because you feel heavy. Gravity is pulling you. But on the bicycle, when you fall down, that's gravity. Centripetal force. When do you experience centripetal force on a roller coaster? Write this, on the loop. On the loop. On a bicycle, when you turn fast. When you turn fast. So, centripetal force, roller coaster, on the loop. Bicycle, when you turn fast. Friction, on a roller coaster, when it stops. When it stops. When it stops, friction stops the roller coaster. On a bicycle, when you use your brakes. B-R-A-K-E-S. When you use your brakes on a bicycle, that's friction. When you use the brakes on a roller coaster, that's friction. And inertia on a roller coaster, when it stops fast. When it stops fast. When do you feel inertia? When it stops fast. Now, on a bicycle, when do you feel inertia? When you stop fast. It's the same answer. When you stop fast on the bicycle and you fly away, that's inertia. So if you see a kid riding a bicycle and he stops the bicycle really fast and he flies, you can just say, hey, that's inertia, and then call the doctor. All right, let's look at the bottom. What does the roller coaster look like? And the guy says, it looks like a spaceship. What happens first? You go straight toward the sky and then you turn. In a spaceship, you don't turn. You go to the sky and you go to the moon. But on the roller coaster, you go up and then you turn or you go down. All right, look at page 158. On page 158, we have another story. So let's read. Last week, I learned how to play tetherball with my brother. Tetherball is a sport. It has a stick, a string on the top with a ball. You probably never saw tetherball before. You can see a picture on page 158. You need a tall stick and a ball with a rope. And the ball cannot fly away because it has a rope. Anyway, let's read the story about tetherball. Last week, I learned how to play tetherball with my brother. My brother plays a lot. That means he plays tetherball a lot, not plays video games a lot. My brother plays a lot. So he taught me. That means he taught me how to play tetherball. We went to the park because there's a new tetherball court there. The word court is important. Basketball court, tennis court, badminton court. Those sports use the word court. C-O-U-R-T. As there aren't many rules, that as means because. Because there aren't many rules. As there aren't many rules. It's easy to start playing tetherball, so you don't have to learn many rules. Two people play the game. One person hits the ball to the right. The other person hits it to the left. Because the rope is connected is a vocabulary word, to a pole is the tall stick, that ball can't fly away. Read that sentence again. Because the rope is connected to a pole, the ball can't fly away. You hit the ball so that it turns around the pole. Tetherball looks easy, but it isn't. Like English. English looks easy. Oh yeah, English is easy, that's true. Last week, I hit the ball. It flew around in a big circle. As a result, it was easy for my brother to hit it. That's not good. Then he hit the ball. It went fast and very high so that I couldn't hit it. So he won every game. Because I want to win next time, I'm going to practice a lot from now on. This boy is not angry at his brother. His brother won every game. He's not angry at his brother. He said, I want to get better, so I'm going to practice. If I practice, I will get better. Practice makes perfect. He didn't cry, "Oh, my brother wins every game." No, he said, "I'm going to practice and I will get better." All right, so one more time. We're going to read it one more time. Let's look at it. Last week, I learned how to play tetherball with my brother. My brother plays a lot, so he taught me. That sentence has past tense and present tense. My brother plays a lot, so he taught me. We went to the park, past tense, because there is, present tense, a new tetherball court there. As there aren't many rules, it's easy to start playing tetherball. Present tense sentence. 2 people play the game. That's present tense because 2 people always play the game. Not 1, not 3, always 2. 1 person hits the ball to the right because it's present tense, hits. The other person hits it to the left. Because the rope is connected to a pole, the ball can't fly away. You hit the ball so that it turns round the pole. Tetherball looks easy, but it isn't. So most of this is present tense. But then he starts to tell you what happened before. Last week, I hit the ball. It flew around in a big circle. Past tense. As a result, it was easy for my brother to hit it. Then he hit the ball. It went fast and very high, so that I couldn't hit it. So he won every game. Because I want to win next time, I'm going to, see the future tense? I'm going to practice a lot from now on. If you're writing a story and all of the story is in past tense, that's okay. But that's really 2nd and 3rd grade. If you're writing a 4th grade story, your grammar is good enough, you can write past tense and some present tense, and then sometimes maybe some present perfect. You can tell a story with many tenses, but the tenses have to be right. If you talk about next week is future tense. If you talk about tetherball, and people always play it this way, that's present tense. 2 people hit the ball. 2 people play the game. That's present tense. It's always like that. That's normal. And if you're talking about something you did before, I learned to play tetherball. My brother taught me. We're going to use past tense. All right. If you look at page 154 and 155, next week I'm going to discuss the writing for 154 and 155. Also, the writing from 152 to 153. Before next week, write those pages. 152, 153, 154, and 155. Write them with a pencil. And next week, we will discuss those pages, and I'll tell you if your answers are right. Then you can see if you really understand this unit. Some of the vocabulary is not easy. Quickly, look at page 154. Toward, away from, direction, lean. All of those words are in your vocabulary list. So I hope next week you have looked at your vocabulary list carefully so you know those words. All right. Also, on page 155, there is some new grammar using which. Let's look at the yellow box on page 155. Gravity is a force which pulls you toward Earth. Remember we did the grammar who and that? Well, this is almost the same thing, but we're using which. Skates are special shoes which you wear when you go ice skating. So when we talk about a thing, we're going to use which. Okay, that's all for today. I'll see you next week. Thank you.